We spoke about a looming foreclosure and eviction crisis coming soon on an episode of the show a couple months ago, maybe. Well, Business Week just reported this. 25% of New York City's apartment renters haven't paid since March. A quarter of renters in New York City, and New York City is very big, haven't paid since March. It's upon us. It's upon us. Now, I don't know, we still got the pandemic ripping through the country, so there's still some sort of temporary protections. No foreclosures, no evictions. But who knows how long that's going to last? The second they start allowing foreclosures and evictions, we're going to have a homelessness crisis, the likes of which we've never seen in this country. It will surpass the Great Depression. We've never seen anything like this. Now, you have to understand something, as we covered in the previous segment. Before the pandemic hit, there were 2 million people evicted each year. Now, that's higher than the height of the Great Recession. So we had a housing market crisis in 2008, 2009. And just before this pandemic hit, we were already eclipsing the record numbers of evictions. And now you have the pandemic, which more than exacerbated this. And we're about to experience an apocalyptic event. We really are. Something needs to be done. And by the way, look at all the responses to COVID-19. The government rushed in to bail out the stock market. The Federal Reserve pumping $1 trillion of liquidity per day into the stock market. Congress steps up, $5 trillion at the discretion of Steve Mnuchin to give to corporations. Giant bailout. And meanwhile, the people got hosed again. Just like with the Wall Street bailout in 2008. They got hosed. Is that money trickling down to these people? Nope. We could have done a UBI. We could have done Medicare for all. There's a lot we could have done. We didn't do it. And now we're going to experience mind-boggling pain throughout the country. And another fact here that we've discussed previously, but half of renters are food insecure, couldn't afford utilities or medical care since the beginning of the pandemic. Half of renters are food insecure. We are exacerbating income and wealth inequality in a way that I didn't think previously was even possible. Because I already thought we're so bad. We're so bad with income and wealth inequality that, like, how can it get worse? Well, it just got worse. It just got a lot worse. I dread the day, man. The day that foreclosures and evictions are allowed will be an incredibly dark and disturbing day. And any politician who's not fighting to prevent this is part of the problem. I don't care what party. I don't care what the hell else they've done. If they're not fighting to prevent this, at the very least, we need a UBI. At the very least, we need a UBI. To not do UBI at this point is like national suicide. You feel like the fabric of society is going to come apart when you look at numbers like this. I mean, it already kind of is. Dylan Ratigan predicted social unrest in the wake of everything happening with COVID, and then what did we get? The spark was police brutality, but there's incredible social unrest. Add an economic crisis equal to or worse than the Great Depression now, how do we keep everything together? Especially when the government is not in any way, shape, or form representing us or fighting for us. Totally representing corporate interests. Totally corrupt. Rotten to its core. What now? I shudder when I think about it.